Hello, hello. Let's switch that view for a second here. And let me grab that one. There we go. Hey, friends. Kristen here for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading on the Softlex Company YouTube channel and Facebook page. Happy Thanksgiving week for those of us in the United States that celebrate. Looking forward to a little extra R&R, rest and relaxation this week, and maybe you are too. Let's see. Zach is here, and Gal is here, and Lydia is here. Hi, friends. Great to see you all. We at Softlex Company are off on Thursday and Friday this week. You can still shop with us, of course, online, but just a note that the office will be closed on Thursday and Friday for the holiday. We'll be back on Monday, and we'll have our Black Friday specials starting on Wednesday this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We also have a cyber sale, Cyber Monday special live sale planned. So join us on Monday, November 28th for our Cyber Monday live sale over on the Softlex Company Facebook page. That'll be at noon Pacific time. And I know that Rosa and Sarah and James have been hard at work to gather up all sorts of fun goodies for you all for that sale. So hope to see you there. And yeah, looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner. I always host and cook for Thanksgiving at our house. It's a small group. It's me and my immediate family, my husband, my two kids, and my mother-in-law and her boyfriend come over to join us. And so it's just the six of us. And this weekend, my youngest son held like a Friendsgiving for him and a couple of friends, and it was really cute. They did a little potluck. Each of them brought some dishes, and when he was setting the table, I realized I made these wonderful napkin rings a few years back, but you can find these on the Softlex Company blog. I think Damien will go ahead and share a link in the live chat, but I also shared a link down in the description below. So you can grab that and check out our napkin ring blog after the video has aired and see a bunch of different ideas on there. So I made these a few years ago. They're on that blog. They're really fun. And it was, gosh, this was before we were doing lives. This was just when we were doing like blog tutorials. So it's just pictures and descriptions. And I only made 4. So I always have 6 people for dinner, but I only have 4 napkin rings. So I thought this year, let's make 2 more, but I didn't want to make the exact same design. I'm going to make a design that complements them. And then I figured I can use 4 on the main seats. And then at the head of the table, I can do these extra complementary, I guess, coordinating. There's the word I'm looking for, coordinating napkin ring. And then I'll have 6, which is the perfect number for the group that I tend to have for Thanksgiving. So I don't know what you all are up to. Do you cook? Do you go enjoy a meal out? Do you enjoy meal with friends or family? Let me know what you're up to this year for Thanksgiving. I've scaled it back over the years. When I first started doing it, we had a lot more friends, but come to the dinner. But then at that time, a lot of people were single and they didn't have families of their own yet. So it's kind of gotten smaller throughout the years. And I stress a lot less because I used to make a gazillion dishes. And now I just pared it down to like the fan favorites. Because it's plenty of food always, right? So I just have the fan favorites, and I try and not get myself as stressed for the day and instead enjoy a very calm, peaceful Thanksgiving dinner. Hi, Teller. Lydia says that we go to my sister's house and her husband's siblings are there too. That's really nice. Yeah, it's definitely one of those holidays that I miss being near my family. It used to be a lot of people at Thanksgiving dinner and just a lot of ruckus. And yeah, Thanksgiving's always hard and I start to miss my family. But I think the fact that I cook and I host helps keep my mind off that. And because I'm just so busy. And I get to enjoy my family, my kids, my husband, my mother-in-law lives here with not in this house, but she lives in Arizona, and her boyfriend come over with the dog too. So the dogs are very much involved. Got our two dogs, and they bring their dog, and yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. So let's see, what's our sale going on this week? We've got a really sweet one. We have this Christmas bundle we put together that has some fire polish in it, a spool of Softlex beading wire in a red tone color. I think it's garnet. Don't quote me on that though. So we've got a couple of different reds, and then some sweet little Christmas tree silver charms. And that's a Christmas bundle that you can buy. Or if you spend $35 or more this week, you will get that added into your order for free. You'll see it pop up in your shopping cart, and it'll just be a little free gift from us. And we've had that on a lower price point. So just $35 and you'll get that free bundle. The bundle is about, I think it's about $35 or $40 in retail value. And then we also have a special going on that. So if you just wanted to buy the bundle, it's about $25 to purchase the bundle itself. Or you can spend $35 and get that added into your cart for free. Hey, Danielle. Lovely to see you. Happy Thanksgiving week to everybody out there. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't think we have a Wednesday video because of the holiday, but we'll be back again, like I said, on Monday with that special Cyber Monday live sale. So mark your calendar for Monday to join us live at noon Pacific time. And I won't be live on Monday because it kind of conflicts with the live sale time. So you've got me today, but you won't have me on Monday next week. And then I'll be back the following week. Let's take a look at the beading table, see what's going on. You all loved this project last week. We did these fun mistletoe earrings, and I know that we've been selling out of these little paints ever since. So if you like the idea of being able to do some painted jewelry, either on the wood pop-outs like this, or you can use these paints for metal, for resin, for leather. Go grab them while they last. I know that we are in the pastel section. I think we're down to 2 different colors in the pastel one. And in the rainbow one, we are getting low on all of the colors, but I think they're still available. We just haven't sold out of them yet. They're just getting low. Vicki is asking, is the 35 special on now? It is. Yep, it's good until tomorrow, November 22nd at midnight Pacific time, or while supplies last. So if we run out of the bundle before the end of the day tomorrow, then the sale just sort of stops. You'll notice it because it won't go into your cart anymore. But I believe we still have quite a bit of those bundles left, so it shouldn't be a problem. And that goes on till tomorrow. So if you want to pick up a couple of these, I think we've got 6 of these panels left, and then we're totally sold out. This was the panel. It's in the Aloha little bundle. This was the panel that I used for the mistletoe earrings. You'll see that they were right in here. And then I just added some Softlex craft wire for the ear wire and the connection, and one of these really sparkly red beads from the Lava Falls bead strand to the top here. Super cute. So if you want to catch this video, check out the live last Monday and you can see how I made those. You can get these little panels while they last. Once we sell out of those final 6, we're not going to get any more of these. We'll probably bring in some new ones in the new year, but we're not going to have any more throughout the rest of this year. Oh, and I pulled this out just because, oh, see, now I moved my desk into a new place. There we go. That's better. Trying to find the good spot in my studio with the new time zone and the sun coming in at a different time of day. I put this on my desk to remind myself to say happy birthday to our friend Cynthia over at Green Girl Studios. This is one of her pendants. It's got the north, south, east, west, and the eye in the middle, and I just love it. So this is the newest Green Girl Studios piece I've made kind of recently. I did this over the summer. And if you haven't checked out the new Green Girl Studios website, today's a great day to do so. Since it's Cynthia's birthday, go check them out at greengirlstudios.com. See what they've got going on their new website. And if you follow her on Facebook, let her know that Kristen at Softlex told you to come over and say happy birthday. So I made this over the summer. I used all the beads from Allegory Gallery. That was one of their kits that they had. I think it was a road to something. And then I used one of Cynthia's pendants. So put that there to remind myself to say happy birthday to our friend Cynthia. And now let's move on to today's project. So these are the ones I made a long time ago. They are kind of like super fun and funky. They're just kind of wildly wrapped. And they've got a bunch of check glass beads along with some gold accent beads in here. So you can find the tutorial for this on our blog, and that link is in our description. They're all different. They've got the same bead mix, so they kind of go together, but they're all kind of wildly different. Super fun. And I'm going to use the same wire today, but I'm going to make this leaf with you all and maybe decorate the back. I haven't decided, but I thought that would be a really fun coordinating complement to have two napkin rings like that, and then 4 napkin rings that are sort of this wild and crazy bunch. So far, I'm just using the craft wire and the seed beads, but if you wanted to kind of add some more beads zigzagging in and out around the back to kind of mimic this, you can always add that too. And this one's half done. I didn't finish it yet. That looks kind of cute half done though, doesn't it? So we're going to use Softlex craft wire in vintage bronze is this color that I have here. It's a really pretty brown metallic color. And I'm using 18 gauge for the rings around the back as well as the frame. And I'm using 24 gauge for my wire wrapping. And to decorate my leaf, you can actually use lots of different beads in here if you want, but I'm playing with some seed beads. Oh, you like it half done? Well, maybe I'll leave it. It could even be fun to do some different beads over here, like to kind of do a wild, leave it either open or do something totally different. And I'm using some size 8 seed beads. These are from our friend Cassandra over at Beads to Live By. This was included in her October curated collection, which these are all the colors that came in there for October. I pulled out this really lovely, it's like an olive green with a little bit of a gold tone to it. I thought that that was perfect for the leaf. And I know that they've also released their Nutcracker mix to their subscribers. Now, I believe all the subscribers should have this in their hands now as of November 17th. So I hope I'm not spoiling it. If you don't have yours yet from Cassandra at Beads to Live By and you got this subscription of the curated seed bead collection, avert your eyes if it hasn't arrived yet and you don't want to be surprised. I looked back at my email though, and I believe I'm allowed to show this after the 17th of November. So hopefully I'm not ruining it for anybody. And maybe I won't even maybe I'll take this out. This is called the Nutcracker collection, which aligns perfectly with Softlex Company. I don't know that we didn't talk about it. That wasn't on purpose, but super pretty mix. I'll just do a quick little flash so you guys can see the colors that she picks out. They're just so lovely. And it's always a great mix of matte and shiny. So if you are interested in some more seed bead work and you would love a beautiful curated color collection, go check out Beads to Live By and sign up for one of their boxes. I think that one is gone. So you would have had to sign up for that one already. But if they have any left over, they will put them up on the website as a possible reorder for some of those colors. But if you get in now, you'll be able to get the next set. Danielle says, I love it. She got hers too. Oh, good. Yeah, I believe I'm within the time frame and hopefully everyone got theirs already. And I didn't spoil it for anyone. I looked at our kits. We've got 4 of our Nutcracker kits left as of today. So these are going fast. They're almost sold out, just 4 left. Sarah will open these up next Wednesday on November 30th. And then we'll have our newest kit. That's sort of our winter, New Year / kit come out then. So just 4 of those left. Karen says, hi, everyone. So glad I caught you. If you make 3 napkin rings, you could do different ones at each place setting. Yeah, you totally could. You totally could. Since I already have 4, I thought I would do 4 of the same and then do 2 different on the ends. And that's where I'll have the little leaf will come in. So what I used was just a toilet paper roll for my template, and I wrap around really loosely. You don't want to get super tight because it's just going to make your napkin ring really tight, which will be hard to get certain napkins through it. So take the toilet paper roll or something similar and then just use it as a loose template. So I'm going to grab the 18 gauge Softlex wire and I'll pull some wire out and I'm going to straighten it with my nylon jaw pliers. Let's actually get all my tools out that we'll need. So I'm going to use nylon jaw pliers and I'm going to use a pair of chain nose pliers just to tuck that wire in and also make my little leaf shape. I think that might be it. And a pair of cutters. So those are my tools that I'll be using. And then of course my little toilet paper roll. So just take this and I think I'll go full screen at this point. There we go. take my nylon jaw pliers and just run it through, and what that will do is just help me kind of straighten out that wire from my spool. I'm going to loosely wrap around 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of a tail. So 1, I still have it on my spool at the moment. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to pull out a little extra. Probably about, let's measure this, about 6 inches extra. Trim that off the spool. And then I'll also straighten this out here. Doesn't have to be super uber straight, but I just like when it's a little bit nice there. Okay. Go ahead and take that off of my toilet paper roll, and I've got my little template here. Now I'm just going to use my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to bend the short end straight up, kind of holding those wires together and wrap around and through. So this is just kind of gathering them all about 3 times. And now you have more toilet paper roll inspiration. Zach is saying, yes, Kristen, thanks for the toilet paper roll idea. Now I have another inspiration to use them. She's making a gnome hat. Oh, that's going to be so cute. I want to see your gnome hat. And once I get it wrapped around about 3 times, I'm going to go ahead and trim. I'm using the flush side, the flat side closest to my project, so I get a nice clean cut. And then you can use your chain nose pliers to tuck in the tail. I know when my kids were little, I used toilet paper rolls for tons of projects. So now I'm just going to take we were always making things with toilet paper rolls. Now I'll take the long end, and I'm going to also point that up. And if you need to, I need to. See how my wire's kind of coming out from the bottom here? I'm just going to pull it through so that it comes out a little bit closer to my wraps in there instead. And then you can go ahead and use your nylon gel pliers to straighten that a bit. I think this piece ended up being quite a bit longer than my first leaf. So I'm just going to hold it up and give myself a little bit of a guideline. I'm going to go down, I'm not going to go right here. I'm actually going to go down a little bit lower as to where I think it is, because you're going to make all these little loop-de-loops. So I'm just going to go a little bit lower and kind of turn it around. And they're going to be at totally different ends of the table. And it probably would be fun if they don't look exactly the same, right? So I'm going to make this sort of circular oval shape. I'm going to wrap around to secure the shape once, and then I'm going to wrap around through what would we call this? The ring portion. And then you can always see if you can get things a little bit closer too, by kind of using your pliers. So there's not as much of a gap. I left a little more gap this time than I did last time. Well, that's okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim this piece off. And I did do the leaf free-handed. You can always do it on something like a wig jig if you want it to be the same every time, because if you do it free-handed, you'll probably get them to be a little bit different. But I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to just kind of straighten out my oval. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of make it a little more even Steven. Teller says, I just started saving the toilet paper holders too. I'm putting dryer lint in them, maybe cover with tissue paper for fire starting. Oh, that's a good idea. So now I'm just going to use my chain nose pliers to make my leaf shape. And I'm going to start back over here, kind of towards the top of the leaf. And I'm just going to give it a little bend, just like that. And then I'll find another spot, go down a little bit longer, and give it another little bend. Okay, that way didn't work. Let's go the other way. There we go. And you just kind of play with it and make them a little more or less pronounced, depending on what you want. I thought this was going to be my center, but maybe this guy is. Ooh. And then do I want one more here? Well, that's not a free form leaf if I've ever seen one. What kind of leaf is that? And then I'm going to just kind of pull it down. And maybe I'll poke this one in a little bit more too. Ooh, it kind of looks like an oak leaf to me. Right? Aren't oak leaves kind of like a little bit longer? And I guess I could pull it out too. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the 24 gauge craft wire. And try not to drop my light in the process. Okay. That's better. We'll figure out my position one of these days. It always takes a few weeks after we change time zones to know where the sun is. So I'm going to take out about 20 inches of 24 gauge craft wire. And I'm using the vintage bronze color again for that. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make napkin holders, Janelda. You just have to do the base part and you're good to go. If you want to wire wrap them. So I'm just going to feed it through and find a spot to start. Wrap my wire around a few times. Honey's putting on a little percussion for everybody. Little tap, tap, tap sound. And what I did with the first one is I just found a spot and then I wrapped it around kind of center. That's why I have half done. I'll wrap it around the bottom. And I do it at least 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how you're feeling. If you feel like it is taut enough. And maybe I'll do it where I just got it on the one side too. So Cassandra, I'm using your seed beads. I saw that you sold out of, Cassandra's here from Beads to Live By. I saw that you sold out of the October colors. I think this is one of your October colors. Is a really pretty green gold, but I also shared your Nutcracker curated mix before I got started. Cassandra does a beautiful job with the colors she puts together. I just have loved every single one of the combinations. And now I'm just stringing seed beads and just gonna stop when I feel like it has filled the space and then wrap around the base and through the center. And again, do it about 2 or 3 times. And if your wire starts to kind of cross like this, you're gonna wanna help it loosen up before you pull it all the way through. 1. Cassandra says she noticed it in the picture for the video today. I know, they're like your babies, right? You notice your beads right away. So I did twice. I'm going to do one more. And then I just kind of pinch the wire close to each other. As you add more beads, they'll kind of be tightly in there. But in the beginning, they can kind of, your wraps can move around. So let's just add another layer of beads. You could totally do this with a different set of colors on each napkin ring so that everyone's got their own color. That could be fun. Or maybe you could do it with like seed beads on one side and glass beads on the other, or leave it open like I did on that example, which I had planned to fill it in, but maybe I should just keep it open. Oh, Cassandra's saying that they do have more of all of the colors from her previous curated boxes, curated collections, and they are doing a special promotion this weekend. When they'll be selling sets of the curated collections at the subscriber price. So if you missed out on any of the past collections, I think I'm working with October. This green is in the October one. When did you start it? Was there August, September, October? Those were the three. Just trying to remember what month you began. Oh, I might have did a couple too many. So if you do too many, you just have to back up, and I'm going to take 3 off. Danielle just got her seed beads too. She loves them, she says, Cassandra. So now I'll do the same thing. I'm going to hold it with my one hand, hold it in place, and then I'm going to thread through around the base and through the center. And if you get a stray bead, just pull that guy back up. Once you get your first wrap on there, not going to be able to run away. And then just wrap 2 or 3 times, depending on how you want to do your spacing. And then I'll work on my next row. So if you want, I totally did both of these freehand. I always joke, you know, whenever you're not on camera, things just sort of work out. And then when you're on camera, they go a little wonky. So this one's for sure a little wonkier than my first one. But if you want to create freehand, you just kind of do what I did. If you want to have a shape that's a little more consistent, you can draw it out and then try and mimic that. Maybe they won't be exactly the same, but they'll be close. And then if you really want them to be exactly the same, then I would go to the wig jig and do your pattern there. And we have plenty of projects that show how to use the wig jig. Then you could set up your pegs and you can create your leaf, and then it'll be the same every time. So depending on what your goals are, you have a few different ways of approaching it. Totally freehand maybe with a little bit of a drawing or something that you're following, or on the jig where you want them to be very consistent. So what is your favorite dish for the Thanksgiving holiday? If you celebrate, what do you look forward to the most? I am curious. Mine is my mom's sweet potatoes. She doesn't do the candied sweet potatoes, like with the marshmallows and stuff like that. Instead, she does like we fry up the sweet potato slices, and then they all go on a cookie sheet with butter and brown sugar, and then they get baked so that they're they kind of have like a super crispy around the edges. And oh my gosh, those are just my favorite. And they're kind of a pain to make. They take a lot of time, but they're one of those dishes where every now and then I'll go, do I wanna make those? And then I'm like, no, I have to. I have to make them. All right, so this one looks like that's probably going to sit right there. So I'm going to stop and then thread through. Janelda says, yum, that sounds good. Oh my gosh, they're so good. My kids are probably, well, I know that one of my kids is definitely stuffing is their favorite. I've tried to make my own stuffing. I have tried to do a bunch of different types of stuffing, but he just likes, the the boxed stuffing that is not fancy at all. And that one is his favorite. So I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, well, that's just the one I'll make because I know that's the one he really loves. So even though it's not the healthiest or the most homemade, I'll make that concession. Zach is saying dressing from scratch. Oh yeah. Oh, and she's getting ready to make some sweet potato fries. Yum. Sweet potato, whenever I make the sweet potatoes, one of my dogs goes nuts too. She loves sweet potatoes. And so she's always right next to me when I'm cooking those up. And she looks like a sweet potato. She's red like a sweet potato. Oh, one too many here. Take a couple off just to make sure I can get it in the frame. Okay. I also love just fresh cranberry sauce. That's probably my other favorite because I will add that to my turkey. I'll add it to my stuffing. So I like making fresh cranberry sauce from real cranberries. Janelle says some homemade foods are not so tasty. I know, they didn't find it as tasty, even though I thought it was good. When I made stuffing from scratch. It probably doesn't have anywhere near as much salt in it, right? So it lacked a little bit of that. Oh, and garlic mashed potatoes. Oh, I love garlic mashed potatoes. All right, so what do you guys think about keeping them half, or should I fill them in? I think this one looks better half because it's all nice and neat in the rows. And this one didn't go quite as nice and neat because there was a little more twists and turns. And I am going to go a few more times. See how there's some opening here? There's some opening there. One bead may or may not fit. So I'm just going to go around the base a couple of times and just kind of wrap that up. Give it a little texture. Oh, a couple votes for half. Half is unique. All right, maybe I will keep it half then. Damien, there's definitely some, he's on it. Okay, cool. Lydia says horseradish mashed potatoes are excellent. You don't need a lot of horseradish. Ooh, I'm a big horseradish fan. I never thought of that. Do you add them to the potatoes themselves, or do you just sort of add them as a condiment to mix in after? Oh, we've got a bunch of votes for half. So we are going to stick with half, which I think is fun. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that. I just thought, oh, I'll do half because I'll finish the rest on the video. And then just trim that off and tuck this guy in. Thanks, the troll. Yes, get the troll out of here. No trolls allowed. It seems to be happening more often lately. I'm just going to fold this over and pull this through. And look at that cute little leaf. I don't know what kind of leaf it is, but maybe like a little oak leaf. There's that one. There's that one, which did end up being a little bit bigger. So I probably did not make my loop big enough. I thought I went a little bit longer than this, but I must have needed to go a little bit more because I didn't make it quite big enough. And then here, let's pull this one in too so you guys can see what these look like. These were the ones I made a while ago with just some glass beads. And they're really quite fun too. And I could even maybe go around the edges if I want to and decorate that even more. Yeah, I think they're going to be cute. I think they're going to be cute. I may even do 2 more. So I've got 4 and 4. And this way, if I ever have more than 6 people, I have enough. I think having 2 extra is probably a good idea. Yeah, Zach says it does look, I think it looks like an oak leaf too. That's what I was thinking. So cute. Oh, thank you. And this sun just will not leave me alone. It just really wants to be in the camera today. Let's see what I look like here. See my whole tripod, I kept moving it over the whole while we were going since it was so sunny. Now it's in my face. Well, thank you all for being here with me today. I think it's kind of a fun, cute project, and you can always do something like this in like a pair of earrings or something too. Let's see. Like if you were to put that on, I think that could be kind of neat also. So when you learn something for the table, you can always make a pair of matching earrings or a pendant or something like that as well. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday if you celebrate. And if you don't, I hope you have a wonderful week. We look forward to seeing you next Monday for our Cyber live sale at noon Pacific time on the Softlex Company Facebook page. And then I'll be back. I won't be here next Monday because of the sale, but I'll be here and back the following Monday. So thanks everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful time. Oh, and Vicky says a hair embellishment. Yeah, that could be really fun too. Like putting something on maybe a clip or yeah, I don't do enough of those. I've done a couple of headbands, but I've never tried to do like anything else, any other like clip or other type of embellishment. But that's a great idea. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy beading. Until next time. Love you all. Bye.